Hey YouTube, it's Hannah Loba. If you want more MotoAmerica content, check out the new and vastly improved MotoAmerica Live Plus app. It's the only place you can catch all the race action in one place all season long. Click the link in the description below.
All right, so we're back on the warm-up lap, and JP with skies threatening. It's Avery Dreyer, Chapin, and Batty on the front row.
Then we have Ella Dreyer, Yandel Medina, and Fernandez. Jaden Fernandez, that is. His sister Juliana's a little bit further back. We got Wolf, Cunnison, Block, Woodworth, Solly Mervis, and Way just outside of row 4. Carson King, there's Juliana Fernandez in the middle of row number 5 next to Hollingsworth. James Lewis and Rivera back there on row number 6. And then we have Williams and Gendron rounding out the grid.
Let's see what happens when these lights go off. We're at it. Boom, clutches are out. What a launch by Avery Dreyer.
Looked like a good one there from him and his sister. She's trying to go up the inside of everybody, and Ella Dreyer is going to lead them in and out of turn number 1. So we have a Dreyer 1-2 at the front, Greg, as Ella goes from row number 2, drafts in and through past her brother. He's going to sneak back down the inside as well. And it looks like Ryan Wolf, Chapin, and the rest of the field are also now on these little bikes, Greg. It's incredible. The draft fields, 2 bikes come hard together. Eli Block and Medina come together very hard as they got ready to go into the braking area. Good thing both those riders stayed up.
Is that Wolf, the 66, who takes over the lead? So Ryan Wolf in the lead for the moment. And Ella Dreyer right there in the middle trying to find some real estate around the outside. And you can see a couple of drops on the camera lens as well. And look at it, Jay. There's definitely some sprinkles in the area.
Yeah, no doubt. And you can see Medina looking back there a little bit further back. Is this Levy Batty there who's got himself up into that second position. And we've just got riders just battling all over the place. You can see they're going 3, 4, 5 wide. That's the kind of racing that you'll expect to see here at Brainerd, especially once they get through this first lap. And look at Dreyer. He goes up the inside around Wolf. Ella Dreyer, who was extremely fast here yesterday. I sat out in that corner, watched the sessions of the Junior Cup there yesterday. She was extremely fast, and there is the flag that is letting us know that there could be some weather. Hannah.
So I'm getting reports that the corner workers on the opposite side of the track from pit lane where I am right now are feeling some sprinkles. I'm feeling a light misting down here. You can see how much the wind has picked up, and that's going to be a factor for sure on this bike or on this track with so many turns. These bikes are so much lighter than the baggers that we just saw before them, and those winds are definitely picking up. You can see the team behind me here has got their rain tires on standby, so we're just going to wait and see what happens. Hopefully the weather will hold off for the duration of the race. If not, they will have to red flag it and teams will come in and switch those tires out.
All right, but for now, Ella Dreyer takes over the lead with the fastest lap of the race so far, 1:49.805. And Jay, these two, they train together quite a bit, and they know each other obviously, as 17-year-old is the number 1 plate and 14-year-old's the 22. And so for Ella Dreyer, she's been following her brother around, although she took over the lead for the second time this race.
So looking at the lap times as they come across, a 44.8, 44.4 for the rider in third, Batty. But here's where the draft and pass will help them continue to stay out front.
So Ella Dreyer back to the lead for the third time around her brother.
They just got to stay out of each other's way. Ella's doing a really nice job here. Avery's got a little bit of pace as he goes down the inside of her now into this left, and that's the stuff that will make it to where these guys will catch back up. Look at Batty. He gets out there, but he closed up a ton there because of the pass that Avery put on his sister. That is all it took.
So Levy Batty out of Belgium on the Carnes Performance Racing Ninja 400. Not at 100%, Jason. His right arm is badly injured. He's got shoulder and kind of forearm injury. He said he's about 60%, but it's not bothering him right now as brother and sister duo swapping. Hannah, what do you have on Batty? Avery Dreyer continues to lead with 7.5 laps to go in Junior Cup race number 1, with skies threatening as well. Avery Dreyer, as Ella Dreyer actually went by, and when they crossed the stripe, she had the lead. So back to the lead she goes, but now she's susceptible to this draft as 5 riders now towards the front as they've broken clear of the 5 behind, with Matthew Chapin, the 95, having the fastest lap of the race at a 1:43.611 so far.
Yep, Chapin's come from a long way back with Ryan Wolf. Who's going to lead as they come down into turn 3? It is going to be Avery Dreyer again, but see, now the other 3 are at least close enough with a shout, Greg, once they get to turn number 4 here, so that you can start to think about passing, repassing in these areas. So Right now they've got, what do they have, Greg? Probably they got almost 3-second lead over Yandel Medina, who's in 6th. So the top 5 with a significant break, and that includes our points leader there in 4th place. Levy Batty up the inside on Ella Dreyer. So Levy Batty will take over the position, and a nice pass for him as the 95 of Chapin on that Barcon Racing Ninja 400 has a look behind his shoulder. Batty can't get that done. Look at Ella. She goes, yeah, she just straight lined that again. Stuffs it up the inside of Batty. Batty gets a little out of shape on the exit there. Dreyer, Avery that is, has pulled out a little bit of a gap, but watch how that will get drawn back up. Look at Ella being so light and small. Same with Chapin. They're going to draft up to the back of Avery, probably in the middle of turn 2. You can actually feel the draft in a turn here at Brainerd, which is a very unique feeling you don't get anywhere, but probably the 2 lightest in this group. Chapin and Ella draft up past Avery Dreyer right now. Chapin looks like he's going to try to go up underneath Avery as well. So Chapin does a good job of putting himself right back in the middle of this fight. 5.5 laps to go. Ella Dreyer is leading over her brother Avery Dreyer, although the 95 of Chapin goes up the inside on the number 1 plate. So they're battling it out. All the while, there are sprinkles all over the racetrack as Ella Dreyer gets a momentary couple of bike lengths behind her. That's going to be gobbled up here in a second as the draft and pass happens. So once again, Ella Dreyer comes across the line, credited with leading with 5 to go. 5 to go in Junior Cup race number 1 here at Brainerd. Bad Boys Racing team looking on. That father looking at his kids battling it out. And Ella Dreyer falls victim to that draft. She's going to be shuffled back. And the number 1 plate has the number 1 spot for the moment. And Ella Dreyer only loses 1 single spot as Levy Batty tries to find room around the outside. This is where it becomes important to lead a lap, Greg. As you can see, the flag's waving because there are signs. There's been a little bit of rain here, a little bit of misting there. It's been a crazy race for these riders. And it looks like Batty going up the inside of Ella Dreyer. And he's able to get that done, but Ella goes right around the outside again. This is where Levy Batty actually, Jason, has been struggling. They've been able to pull a bit of a gap on the 71 for most of the race, but this time he gets a better run at it. There you go, 4 to go now. Ryan Wolf just dropped off the back of these 4 at the front. Look at Chapin with the big run around the outside. Wouldn't be surprised to see him leading down into turn 2, but Batty gets back by him. See Ryan Wolf now gets drawn up into the back of the 4 riders in front of him. Batty trying to go around the outside of all of them. And we haven't got to see anybody else lead out of turn 3 other than one of the Dreyers. And Ella again is going to lead them into turn 3 again. And see if she can hold on to that gap as they come out of here and down towards turn 4. Batty looks like he's in a good spot. This was going through the turn 3 and 4 section. As you can see now, Chapin takes to the front. This could be a big pass. Chapin gets to the front. Ella Dreyer gets passed by her brother as well. So Chapin's actually going to lead this lap. So to your point, Greg, it's the first time we've seen somebody not named Dreyer lead across the line on this lap. If it was to open up, that would be huge for Chapin, but here we go. Now you're going to see this draft. Ella should have a bit of an advantage here. She's going to get a double bike draft as they head down towards turn 2. And that section where Levy Batty keeps struggling. I don't know, maybe a gearing choice, Jay, just doesn't give him the acceleration. Avery trying hard right now to pull the field apart. You can see this is about as big a gap as we've seen. Problem is his sister is really good through this section. We have a red flag. Red flag is out. And boy, Jason, if that is the case, then Matthew Chapin led this lap at the perfect time and will take victory. We'll have to go back in the last full completed lap, but in looking at our timing and scoring, it looks like Matthew Chapin, Avery Dreyer, and Ella Dreyer, the first brother and sister team in professional sports, possibly to take a podium together.
Every year, you just never know. You see the podium, you see the excitement. You never know which kid's going to be the next one to step up, and he's definitely been the one so far this year.
And for Avery Dreyer, in defense of that Junior Cup championship that he took home last season, he's now able to get back onto the podium area coming into this weekend. He was so far down in the points that this was just about turning it around and flipping over the confidence and then just accumulating whatever he can to get back on track.
It's all sorted out, and just like Jason Pridmore thought, it's Chapin, Avery Dreyer, Ella Dreyer, 1, 2, 3, Levy Batty, Ryan Wolf, Jaden Fernandez, Medina, Cunnison, and Isaac Woodworth.